What up everyone, it's Annie here, also known as Guild Forever. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a few of my Patreons that decided to support me. Appreciate you guys. I didn't think I would get any Patreons at all when I started this up, so that's why I was kind of worried when I decided to make one, but I'm glad people decided to sign up, help out the cause, while at the same time checking out a lot. And believe me, for those of you that are on YouTube, you're missing out on a lot because we got a lot of content on there. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Typhlosion Productions, Cody Fox, Kyoto, Eshinglin, sorry if I butchered your name, Peacefinder, Zowl, Christopher, In Need of Church, don't we all, Pastel, and last but not least, D-Master XD. I've said it from the earlier days and I'm still gonna say it now. D-Master, your name kills me, bro. Like, but you know what, I love you for it. But anyway, yeah, that I wanted to give a shout out to them. So for those of you that don't know, I've been starting a Patreon for a while now, and if you want to make sure you're one to sign up and make sure you check out all the content on Patreon, there's going to be a link in the description below. And there's going to be 3 different tiers. One for $1 is Anime Juggle Plus Ultra. For $3 is Anime Juggle Bunkai, and for $5 it's Anime Juggle Guildmate. If you want to know what each of these different juggles mean, just check out the link in the description and it will explain everything in further details. So yeah, without further ado anyway, let's just get into the video. Hey, what up everyone, it's Annie here, Guild Forever. Going to be reviewing Fate F That Name episodes 5 and 6. We were able to make it to 15 likes at the last moment, so I decided to, like, why the heck not? Let's just jump on into this. Oh yeah, and hopefully you guys, I wanted to give a shout out if you already checked out the video of me giving a shout out to all my patrons that decided to sign up. You guys want to check it out right now because we already finished, like in the Patreon, we already finished an entire series. Granted, it was only 10 episodes, but we finished it regardless. And we're about to get into another series, and if you guys don't know, the next series that I'm going to be starting on Patreon, and only, well, it's going to be exclusive to Patreon for like quite a while until later. I mean like a month later or so, it'll appear on my YouTube channel. But for now, yeah, we are going to be starting up the series Demon Slayer. And if you guys want to check out Demon Slayer, then yeah, make sure you sign up on my Patreon and you get a chance to watch all of it right there at the at your leisure, at your comfort. I don't know why I said leisure, but same thing, I suppose. But yeah. So make sure you go on and check it out. I'm completely new to Patreon, so if there's some things that I'm doing that are completely different, make sure you go on there and you'll be able to check out, you know, the stuff. So yeah. If there's anything I may need to help improve my Patreon, I'm willing to take suggestions. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Also, I'm thinking about adding request. Well, I'm basically doing requests when I'm making my Patreon. So yeah. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just get into the topic, which is Fate F That Name. We finally got to a point to where the ruler, Jian, I think that's how you say her name, decided to leave one of the characters known as, he now goes by the name of Zig, and honestly, I like it because the servant that gave his heart to him was known as Siegfried, and now he calls himself by Zig. I approve. Apparently, though, she has, I guess, overseen his future to where he will be called into battle, even though she left him in a place to where he can be looked after until he gets back up on his feet. Excuse me. So yeah. So that is some right now in the shadows, and we don't know what's gonna go on right there. At least I don't know, as the one watching the series. You guys watching my reactions, I'm sure you guys know. But yeah, so in regards to that, Right now that's still left in the dark until I'm assuming a later notice. Right now we're focusing on finally Assassin, who is now who was fighting against Mordred, but that fight is canceled because one of the members of that organization that Darnik has set up, again, that name just kills. This series kills me with its names, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I can't with those names. So I apologize if you get upset about it, but look, guys, you can get a like. I just can't pronounce it. Okay, I can try, but I'm gonna butcher it heavily. But yeah, so with that being said, so now Mordred is now fighting Archer, who, I don't know if I was tripping, but it looked like Mordred like chopped his arm off. Or was or was he just hiding it real well? Because I thought he lost his arm. But still, that was a pretty dang fight. And Mordred is pretty dang overpowered. And now we even get more clarity into the story about her when she worshipped Saber, the one that we're aware of from the Fate Stay Night series, as a great ruler. And she literally developed her life based on the principles of Arthur, or Saber, however you want to call her, to the point to where that once she felt rejection when she asked to be like deemed as the son of Arthur. She couldn't cope with that. She couldn't take the fact that Arthur rejected her proposal and turned away from her. And I'm just saying, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet the main reason why she didn't think of her as a son is because she's a woman, and instead would have accepted her proposal if she said daughter. But yeah, unfortunately, Mordred isn't keen on the idea of identifying as a woman. She doesn't like that. As for reasons why, I have no idea. Maybe it's the whole discriminatory or some kind of dividing of how men were treated back then as warriors of chivalry, while women were considered damsels, kind of the lower thing. And she didn't want to be considered a damsel. I'm assuming that's the reason why she wanted to be considered as a warrior, because she worshipped Arthur and wanted to be the next king, as well as someone that could, like, you know, be like well respected. Because it looks like the one thing that she wanted more than anything is to be closer to Arthur. And when she thought like, oh, she is the son of Arthur, it beamed her with so much happiness that once it was rejected, she took that in a very negative way, to where that she destroyed so much just to gain the attention of Arthur, and that was caused her demise. The thing is, I always saw Mordred as like a very superior Saber class. I almost thought that she was superior than the Saber from Fate Stay Night, but it looks like Arthur's Saber is stronger. I was pretty convinced of that, but it looks like that. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I prefer the Fate Stay Night version of Saber any day. There's already like, well, I guess there's no longer another Saber because the Black Saber died, presumably. But so right now we have Red Saber to follow up with, and she's by far dominating. Like, so far, Red Saber is just killing it out here on the battlefield, topping Assassin, taking down or seriously wounding Archer. Like, this woman is making every man in this battle look like chumps. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I like her. I like her a lot. But would I say she's my favorite servant? Maybe. At first, Siegfried was like my favorite servant. I feel like he still is my favorite. Even though he's dead, I don't care. Siegfried is probably my favorite servant. The character, for me, I feel like I'm paying attention the most, though, is definitely Zig. I want to see how his character develop, especially considered that he will see battle in the upcoming future. That's something that's bound to him by destiny, which, if you guys seen Naruto, we know how we feel about destiny. There's no such thing. But we'll see how it's developed. That's the most important thing to me, the development of said prediction. I'm just wondering what's going to happen to him as an end result. Is he going to perish in the battlefield? Because from the visuals that we saw of her vision of him on the battlefield, it looks like his death is coming. No, she even said that his death was coming. She said that, right? I'm not tripping. Like, she said his death is coming. So I can't wait to see how that's gonna follow up later on in the story of Fate. F that name. I don't care what you guys said. I'm sorry, that name is I can't. But I guess we can go with questions. Question 1. Out of every... Between the Battle of Mordred Saber or Arthur Saber, who would win in a battle? And check this. The servant, their masters, Rin is the master of Saber Arthur, and Kairi is the master of Mordred Saber. Because of that, because apparently in Fate the master does determine the overall output of the servant's like potential on the battlefield. So with these two being the masters, who do you believe, guys, would win in a fight, and explain to me why? Question 2. Out of all the servants we've seen so far, to my knowledge, in this series, which servant do you do you feel like would give you nightmares? Like, which servant do you definitely not want to dream about? And also, I guess as a bonus, can someone explain to me why masters dream of servants' pasts? It's just something I was curious about, and I'm wondering, why does that happen? Like, is it due to some kind of synchronization or some kind of bond between master and servant, and that's how it's formed? Just curious on that. So yeah, that's it from that. And for those of you that don't know, this is the last round for this Fate series. So now we gotta juggle something else in. You know what I'm saying? And due to that, that's when the Patreon aspect starts kicking in, because this is going to like end. This juggle for Fate is going to end for now. On Patreon, where I'm going to upload more episodes of this series on a daily, or as much as I can, because it's a lot. But yeah, so with that said, right now we left off on episode 6, which means tomorrow on Patreon I will be uploading episode 7, and then the day after that episode 8, and then at 9, until something else takes its place. So yeah, if you guys still want to see more Fate, you can sign up to Patreon, and then you can get more Fate there. For that, it's only gonna cost you $1 tier. Don't worry. So yeah, I try not to make things too expensive, because here's the thing, I only do this as a means to help support the channel, so I can afford things for, like, example, better equipment, better camera, because this camera's starting to piss me off, and stuff like that. Most of it is going to be contributed to the channel, as well as help with myself also. But at the same time, I'm not greedy. I also think about the people that signed up. I'm not gonna charge someone like $10, $15, $20 for a reaction. That's, well, not a reaction, like a whole like no, that's, to me, I think that's dumb. I don't know. The most I would ever, the maximum I'll ever is like 5 or less. Like, I'm not someone that, no, that's not me. So yeah, anyway, if you guys still want to sign up for a Patreon, I'd greatly appreciate that. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate you a lot for that. But anyway, like it up. Well, you don't have to. Something else is going to get juggled in, but I mean, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate the likes, you know? It helps the channel. Like it up, please. But yeah, I'm done being a fool. Well, for now. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. It really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys as my guildmates. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Which, yeah, that's because right now it's freaking late. I'm sleepy. I'm going to edit all this and hit the shacks. Anyway, Stop being stupid. End the video. Okay.